guys, this is my client and she is looking for more of a dimensional red. She wants some golden highlights. She wants more of a pop and red in between. So stay tuned to see how I transform this lady. Hey guys, welcome to Hair Toots Light, raw, real, and diverse hair education. I help hairstylists become better hairstylists. Hey guys, here we go. So we are going to start off with a Malibu C, CPR, and color disruptor because she had previous color on her hair. And guys, I am so sorry. I had oral surgery on Monday, so I sound like Sylvester the Pussycat. I am currently rocking no teeth on my bottom grill. Well, the two front teeth. So sorry. So I'm going to be slithering my S's over here. So we're going to start off with a haircut. I'm going to drop my first one. We decided where we're going to cut that length. Guys, I know the right side looks a little bit longer. Don't worry. I'm going to fix it. I do sit for length. I am old and tired. And I think it's best for people to try and incorporate a stool as much as possible these days. Just because our bodies get so tired. I've been plugging away with this since I was 14 years old. Guys, I am 48 years old. And I'm tired and my body hurts. So whatever I can use to sit down and just take a load off once in a while, I do. So I am just dropping my sections down. Now I've been doing this for a long time. So if you're a newbie, you might want to take a little bit thinner sections. I take bigger sections just because I am more seasoned and know where my guide is. I can feel it behind my fingers there. If I can't see it, I'll flip it up and check for it. The next section of hair. So I'm just connecting that to the sides and I am bringing it back a little bit. And now you will see I will release the tension a little bit around the shoulder because of the protrusion of the shoulder. And if you pull too tight, it's going to go up around the side and you're going to have a dip up. And I hate that. I find that a lot of hairdressers cut the sides of the hair off. When people come to me, they're missing a lot of hair in the front of the head. And it's like, where did all your hair go, girl? Like, we need to grow all this back in. Like, all their hair is in the back of their head. So this girl, fortunately, did not have that happen. But I'm just saying, like, guys, be mindful of what's going on the side of their head and connecting it to the back. Now, I did have her push her head to the side and down as I was cutting her perimeter of her length. Now, after I'm done checking all of that, swinging her around and making her nauseous, I am going to go ahead and go into the face framing. Now, she did want some curtain bangs, but she wanted to keep them long. As you can see, I did a push and a shove to see where that corner will meet on her. So I push it and it pops right up. And I'm like, okay, that's where it goes right there. And so we're just going to angle that all in just a slight curve on the front. And I will angle that in with my shears. By the way, guys, I use Hikaris. And they are like the best shear in the world. I love them. They're like a hot knife through butter. And these are just my, they are not my Phantom Cosmos. They're the ones just right below it. They're about $1,200. But they're amazing and totally worth every freaking penny. I love them. So I'm just angling in those sides, making them match, taking my guide from the one side to carry it onto the other and just curving it around. And then I'm just going to come in and just cut those little corners off just ever so slightly. Just really, really easy around the face frame. So once I'm done with that, I will continue into my layers. But I want to make sure that everything's good and even and it looks great, beautiful. I'm very visual. You have to use my mirror. So I'm just going to come forward and check all of those areas. And I feel like it's a little bit longer on that right side. So I'm just going to go ahead there and angle that all in. So I'm just checking all that and I'm going to go into the layers. So I had to like move this down. And this was around Christmas time last year. So we're just going in and creating my stationary guide for my layers. Now everything's going to come up to that in a pie shape. Now, after the crystal gel, we never use any conditioner, so her hair is going to be a little bit snarly and a little bit hard to work with. And I will go over this cut again once we are done. You guys, I filmed that too, so that's really awesome. And so I'm just going to go in and chop the long hair off and then go ahead and tip cut the rest of it because it's really hard to tip cut when it's like falling on your fingers. So again, just bringing everything up in a pie shape to that central guide in the middle of the hair. Now, once I create the tension and I drop it down, I am not releasing tension because it is between my fingers. And so there's no way that the tension is changing. Hold on, I'm having a little dance, guys. It was break time right there. I don't know what's going on, but we're having a convo. We're having a good time. And I notice a lot of people always say that they find it really nice that, like, I talk to my clients. Guys, I don't shut up. I don't shut up the whole time I'm recording these. So, like, why would you think I would shut up when my client's in my chair? Like, I talk the whole time. So, yeah, like, I don't know who has, like, these mute hair appointments. I find that really weird. Anyways, so I am just connecting those sides in now. So still using that center guide. Now I'm lifting the top up and tipping in to that stationary guide, and I am reaching it all over in an increase and creating more layers. Now, that whole section goes from temple to temple all the way up to the stationary guide in the middle. Now, I'm going to bring in those sides. Now, remember, there's not a lot of hair on the sides compared to the back of the head. So, you have the whole back of the head from the nape to the top of the crown, and then the sides you just have from the top of the ear to the, like, cranial ridge. So there is not like a lot of hair there. So you really need to layer those in. And guys, be mindful of that little recession point on the temple. Most people do have them. Too much tension and too much pulling can cause a huge gouge in the hair. And that's also one thing I'm creating right now for my online paint subscription is hard to cut hair. So hairlines, alopecia, anything weird like that is going to be my next one. Okay, guys. So now we're done with the haircut and we're going on to the color. So I am establishing her money piece. She wanted a pretty great money piece, and she does have a lot of already existing highlights, which I want to utilize. So I am using Megix 10 with a lot of this, and part of my hair. I filmed this all myself because I don't know, I think Allie was irritating me with her filming lately. So at that time, so I was like, I'll just do it myself. So there's some parts in here that are kind of weird because I wasn't paying attention. So hence Allie, I guess, is better than me sometimes. So I'm just going ahead and doing the face framing. So here I'm using my Nomad hair foil board, and I'm feathering on my Megix 10 lightener with Olaplex and 21 volume. Now Megix 10 developer is a little bit more oxygenated because it is a 10-minute color, not for the lightener, obviously, but it does lift 9 levels on naturally pigmented hair in 45 minutes, and it is a wonderful, wonderful lightener, and I love it so much. So I am lacing up my board. Oh, Allie wasn't helping me with nothing. So I'm lacing up my board, and I am applying my Megix 10 now. I did a Weavy TZ light on there, and I am just going to apply my lightener. Like I said, she wanted a big, bold highlight, and I am pulling that down for a reason. You'll notice that I'm doing that a lot because I'm going to go in around this with my color. So a little bit of a commercial break, guys, here. Guys, link in the description for my high impact 15 foil high dimension. It's free. Click the link in the description and you will get this free 30-minute tutorial on how to create a high impact dimensional color in just 15 foils. And that leads me to Beyond the Blonde, the Neopolitan series. You get 3 heads. You get a brunette, a redhead, and a blonde. It's full of education, over 3-4 hours of just awesome hair education. So the link is in the description, guys. So go ahead and check that out. All right, back to the show. Okay, guys, this is where it's got really weird. So I'm going to go ahead and take my first section. I'm going to adjust her head. So it's going to be really weird right here, but this is just 3 foils right here in the front. I know the filming on this one was really, really bad, but seriously, guys, it's 3 foils. So I did a slice on the front, which I don't normally do, but I guess I really wanted a bold money piece. So now I'm going to take my next section with a full slice. I'm just going to place my, again, foil underneath there. Now on the front, I don't normally use a board. It's just easier for me to place the foil that's already bent over. I usually pre-fold my foils for like an inch over, and I'm just going to give that a light tease and then place my third foil there and just feather that down into the pieces, and being mindful that there are some pieces that are already pre-lightened, but I do add Olaplex into all my stuff. So just in case anything does melt over, it'll be all right. All right, I guess we're doing 4. It's been a while, guys, since I did this head. So we're just going to go ahead and place all those money piece foils. And the dogs are going nuts in the background, guys, if you can hear them. So we're just going to go ahead and place those foils. And I guess we're doing 5. I thought it was only 3. It's 5. Guys, you'll see how big somebody's head is. You saw I do the comb thing in the front. So we're just going to go ahead and check and see where that separates with the comb in the front, and wherever that separates is where your money piece is going to lay. So now we are going into the side of the head. As you can see, I've already done some. I am fishing, guys. So here I am using 10G in Megix 10. And I am just trying to like blend those in. I am not lightening those. I'm going to keep those kind of subtle. And I am pulling the foil down again because I am going to lace her color around it as well. Now here again, weaving those out, pulling out my board. And again, I do have a link in the description, and I have codes for a lot of the things. For Megix, I have codes. For Nomad hair foil board, I have codes. So guys, if you're interested in any of these products, the links are all in the description. I don't make any money off these particular things, but if it is a discount for you all, the boards do come from Australia, so that's why we have the code, just to offset some of the shipping for you all. So as you can see, I did not like that piece. I want to see that bold piece right there? That's something else right there. So I really want to break that up. It's just way too bold of a piece for me. So I'm just going in and just foiling that and blending it away. And I'm going to do that up through the back of the head. Now, guys, if you want more in-depth tutorials and head sheets and all that kind of stuff, that's where the Beyond the Blonde is going to come in. And like I said, the link is in the description. And those have full tutorials, full explanations, full head sheets from start to finish with tutorials on how to paint and why I do the things I do. And these are just like little excerpts of footage that I have that I'm able to make into a 18-minute or shorter little video for you all. So if you're looking for more in-depth tutorials, please check that out, linked in the description. So now I am going in with her red color. Again, this is Megix 10. It's probably in the red series, but it's not a super red. Now we did have a little bit of an issue when we were done. I did not like her roots at all, and I had to go back over them with like a quick like glaze of like 6N to like tone them down. They just came out too blaring red for me, especially on some of those highlights that I put in, and it was no big deal, and she didn't really notice it, but I did, and I didn't like it. And you'll see that when I go to do her haircut, how it was too bright. And then you'll see in the end how they're toned down a little bit. I didn't film that because like when I get in a fluster, the last thing I can think about is filming anything. So as you can see, I am just using 10 volume on this because I am just depositing on her hair. And then, well, it's actually 12 volume because it's Megix. And so we're just depositing on her hair. We don't really need to lift, but it's still going to give her somewhat of a permanent kind of color because there's still ammonia in there. Now, if I wanted to make it more of a deposit only without lifting, there is morph, which I could morph the color into an acidic gloss, but I didn't want to do that here. So as you can see why I pulled those down, because I really want to get that color in there in between the foils and really just work it down. So again, just working the color in between. I try to use as little steps as possible when I'm doing my colors. So just working them through, and I am using my Framar wet brush. I really do like this brush for pulling through colors. It just really works the best. So again, slipping that color, that foil packet down. Now those are done because it's a 10-minute color, but they can stay on for up to 45 minutes. Now those bleaches that I put in there as well are also done. There must be a stray hair in there. Them damn stray hairs. So as you can see, I pull again and put the color on the hair. Gathering all my hairs up, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that red color. Guys, this comes out so pretty. Besides that blaring rut that I had to tone down, but it was an easy fix. And like I said, she didn't even notice it, but I did. And then once I fixed it, she goes, oh yeah, I like that better. So People don't notice things, but if you do, you should fix it. So you can see it's a little bit hot at the root, and I just didn't like it. So I fixed it. It's okay. I was totally happy with the end result. So now I'm just coming in and lightening up this whole haircut. And those ends are just a little bit snarly still. So we're just coming in and lightening things up. I'm tip cutting away at the hair and just chipping in. And then after this, I'm going to go in with a little 6N and just mute those roots down. And then we'll blow dry her all again. I hate when that happens, guys. But it happens. Shit happens, right? And as long as we fix it and we acknowledge our mistakes, and that's okay that we do that. So as you can see, when I blow dry the hair is when I'm checking the haircut. And there's some stragglers in there just because when I cut her hair, it was wet and there was no conditioner in there. It was a little hard to work through, just like right now. But as you can see, as I'm working through it, I am working those ends and holding the hair as I'm kind of just working through those ends so I'm not tugging at her head. So I hold it at the base as I tug it through on the ends. And I am speeding this up for your viewing pleasure. So if you think that I'm being like super harsh on her hair, I'm not. It's just speeding it up. Sometimes it makes it look like I'm tugging the hell out of it, but I'm not. So just working those through and tip cutting out those ends. I'm telling you, thank God for Olaplex 4-in-1, because ever since Olaplex 4-in-1 came out, I have not had this many issues with like snarlies on the end. Like I've used lots of conditioners in my life and nothing compares to Olaplex 4-in-1. I'm telling you, that stuff makes the hair like a hot knife through butter afterwards. But yes, I hardly used anything that would have been damaging on her hair, and her hair was just like super snarly. But since Olaplex, like I said, 4-in-1 came out, it was just absolutely amazing. So we are coming up to the finish here, guys. And like I said, if you like and enjoy my content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And you can also follow me on all the socials at Elyse Rox, which you'll find me popping up pretty much anywhere on the TikToks or the Instagram or the Facebooks. Okay, guys, so here is the before. And here it goes, guys. It came out absolutely gorgeous. Here is the after. As you can see, I toned those roots down just a little bit and blurred them down with a little bit of 6N to make them not so blaring. She was absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. High dimensional redhead. Looks absolutely beautiful. Came out gorgeous. Guys, if you like and enjoy my content, again, there is the link in the description for the full on Beyond the Blonde hair toots. Thanks so much. Love you guys. All the links are in the descriptions, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. And don't forget to hit the ding dong.